Hello everyone, I'm Nini FC and this is Blue Lines TV, and today I'm bringing you guys the match review of our 1-0 win over Swansea. In this match review today I'm going to be talking about a few things. I'm going to be talking about whether the 3-5-2 was working today. I'm going to be talking about Hazard FC. I'm going to be talking about the suffering because I think a lot of people are feeling it, not just me. Plus, I'm going to be talking about overall performances today in the Swansea game. You guys know what the deal is. Hit that like button. Help me get more than 500 likes for this video today. And also, you guys, hit that bell notification button to stay tuned to all things Blue Lines TV, because we know that YouTube just doesn't really work how it's supposed to. Most people never get notifications to any videos. It takes a lot of time to make this stuff. It would be great if YouTube could do their part, but I'm just rambling on, you guys. Getting straight into the match review. And the first talking point to discuss is in regards to the 3-5-2 today. Now, it was a bit of a surprise. No one was expecting Conte to start with that type of formation in this game today. Now, the question is, did it work? Now, honestly, you guys, my thoughts and opinions on this was that I didn't really understand why we had to even use a 3-5-2. I'm trying to think of the benefit to that. I mean, there was no tactical benefit because it wasn't as if it was giving us any type of advantage over Swansea. It wasn't as if it was helping us exploit any of Swansea's weaknesses. And I kind of feel that the reason why the 3-5-2 was used was because, one, I still think that Conte, if he could choose, I think he'd love to see two strikers playing up front. Of course, throughout his years as a manager, it's always been a little guy that has the skills and can break the lines beside a target man as striker, and this was the first time you could really see that typical Swansea, that typical Conte strike force with Hazard and Giroud in this game today. I'm going to be getting onto these guys just shortly, not too long. In midfield, it was interesting. It seemed like Baka and Kanté were interchanging their positions in terms of who was told to sit deeper and who was told to get forward. That could have been something interesting if we've seen more of it this season. So it is quite hard to really judge exactly if that really worked. Again, actually, maybe I'm asking the wrong question. It wasn't even a case of it not working. I'm just thinking, what was really the point? I didn't really see any point or benefit to anything in that regards. Now, of course, you guys get, and Cahill. It looks like Cahill, even though his recent performances have been good, there's no denying it. There's a reason behind it, and the reason behind why his performances have been good is that Cahill doesn't like being closed down or being pressed. You guys know the deal. When teams press our centre backs and our wing backs, we struggle to play out, and that's when you really see them at their, and their weaknesses. And of course, luckily, we've been playing against weak teams. We haven't been pressing. And that's helped us in terms of being able to play out from the back. But even then, Cahill, another good performance, an amazing tackle at the end. Good form, being decent. Brings up interesting questions, well, which I'll be discussing tomorrow in the 5 talking points on this game in regards to Cahill and Christensen. I'd like to hear some of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section as well. Do you feel that Conte's making the right choice in dropping Christensen due to making a few errors? Do you think it was right for him to drop him so quickly to play Cahill? So I'd like to read some of your thoughts and opinions on that. But you guys, we get off to a fantastic start, and I'm thinking at the start I can see maybe why there was a benefit to using a 3-5-2. Now, you guys, as we can see, especially in the first 20 minutes, because after that it was non-existent afterwards, we were keeping the ball better. We were pushing men forward, and this is the real benefit of a 3-5-2. Once you have that guy who's sitting deeper, that allows the other 2 midfield players to get inside the opposition box. And then in a way, you've got 4 players in central positions linking up with each other, as well as 4 players attacking inside the box as well. And let's not forget, you've got the threat of the left wing back and the right wing back as well. And during my stream, I was making this comparison between Tottenham. You know how Tottenham play when Son cuts in, when you've got Eriksen cutting in, Ali playing in that hole, Kane playing close to them. They've got 4 people in that central area between the opposition's defence and their midfield. And this is how you're able to assert yourself in modern day football. Once you control that area, your wing backs can get forward whenever they want to, and that's how you control the game and start doing bits. But this is Conte ball. We don't play with possession. We don't really care about possession too much. The most important thing under Conte ball is about keeping your defensive positioning. It's all about positioning. When you drop deep, you don't press anyone, you don't close them down. You make sure you keep your shape and your numbers are in line with each other. And that's all it's been for the past 10 years. So after that 20 minutes went over, the suffering, it came back, and it came back, you know, it was serious. It was just like, what the hell are you guys playing at, thinking that you can do any better than this? How dare you? You know, I'm the suffering. This is what we do. You're not supposed to, fans, you're not supposed to enjoy yourself when you watch Chelsea. You're supposed to enjoy the suffering. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, we're real fans when you put up with this type of stuff. But yeah, afterwards, you guys, we were dropping deeper. Some of the guys weren't really getting inside the box as much. I need to speak about Olivier Giroud. It kind of seemed like a waste of time using this guy in this game today. And hear me out first before anyone reacts angrily. That's because we didn't play to his strengths whatsoever throughout this entire game. I'm telling you, Giroud's someone, you've got to have him close to goal. You don't want Giroud doing sprints. Why you want Giroud sprinting when he's got zero pace? Every time in this game today, Giroud was trying to get anything from the game today. He had to drop to the halfway line every single time. Now, when Giroud's in the halfway line, what are you expecting him to do? Do you think he's going to get in the opposition box in 5 seconds? No, that's not going to happen. And it just didn't play to his strength. I mean, it was good form, but I'm just thinking, come on, you got a midfield three. We're not really asserting ourselves in midfield. Bakayoko today, people keep telling me solid. I say this all the time. I don't understand why mediocrity is approved so much with the fan base these days. I mean, there's a difference between I just don't understand why it's not about asserting yourself and showing what you're about. I really don't see what Baka did in this game. Again, another quiet performance. I'm seeing him play slow passes, just looking slow, playing passes behind people. He's just not assertive in 50-50s. When I look at his stats, I really get confused as to how he's even winning tackles because I don't remember it. Every time this guy mostly goes in for tackles, that's when he's fouling, giving away a foul. A quiet performance is nothing for people to rave about, in my personal opinion. I thought Cesc today, again, this game really highlights every point I keep stressing about Cesc. But using this guy as a box-to-box player, this guy's expected to have Ramirez-like legs in terms of covering the ground and getting in the opposition box. You've got a deep-lying playmaker. He's supposed to touch the ball every few seconds. You want him to start making Ramirez runs in the box? God knows. I mean, it was a fantastic finish by Cesc, of course, with his left foot, top left corner. That finesse was on point. I'm not going to lie. It was nice to see. But then, you know, we revert back to normal qualities. You guys, you saw what the title was. You saw I named it Hazard FC. I'm naming it Hazard FC because I don't want people to forget Eden Hazard's performance today. Now, it's not even necessarily in the terms of that it was one of his greatest ever performances, but without a doubt, he was our best player on the pitch today. And I'm calling it Eden Hazard FC because he has to be a one-man army for the team every single time. This game highlighted it. He had to lead the attack, making runs to break the lines and get through on goal. He had to drop deeper. It was at times behind the halfway line, linking people in. He's moving to the right-hand side. He's moving to the left-hand side. He's linking people in, playing people, and starting moves, and then expected to finish. We can't have a guy that's just got to do the job of 3 players in the final third. Again, he got an assist today. This is the type of game where he's not really able to really have much of a threat on goal because he's got to do so much in the final third by himself. There's a lot of responsibility on him. People appreciate that and understand that. We can't just reduce this guy to goals because we see Messi and Ronaldo do it. Please. We're adults, we're all older. Let's not see football so simplistically. This guy's our most important player. Today, he showed why. Of course, making the assist for Fabregas. And he was just the only one that was able to help us create anything offensively today against Swansea. And if this guy wasn't playing, I don't know what the score would have been today. We have to appreciate the Eden Hazard FC show continues. And yeah, my guy did bits again in this game today. But, you know, second half, against Swansea, I can see why, what's his name, Hartson is pretty, you know, not really too impressed with it. Didn't really test us enough. Then he started testing us really in the final 10 minutes, which most teams seem to do, because that's when we decided, you know what, let's just really park the bus now. Let's just really sit back and defend. Who cares? Who cares if we're inviting unnecessary pressure on ourselves? It doesn't matter. But yeah, second half, it's just more of the same, really. A lot of us are calling out for substitutions because a formation change was needed. A 3-4-3 was needed a bit earlier because, of course, it was about stopping Swansea's fullbacks getting forward a bit more. You know, they were able to get in the final third and put crosses in. maybe I see things. I've got this minority report like views on football. I'm always about preventing shit from happening in the first place. That's why big teams are what they are. You know, that's why big teams have the best defensive players, because you read all this danger beforehand. But I mean, thank God Swansea have just been pretty awful so far this season. That really helps in our favour. But on another day, against another team with a bit more fight in them, could have been completely different. But honestly, even when the substitutions were made, we didn't even really notice them that much, because again, the whole mentality of the team by then was to just sit back and park the bus and defend very deep, and just, you know, allow Swansea to create something for no reason against us, because that's how we seem to do things. I know you guys, I'm sounding jaded. It's a 1-0 win. It really wasn't impressive at all. The only highlights for me, Eden Hazard FC comes through again. This is the type of performance where a few weeks from now, no, not even a few weeks, next week, 50% of people forget about what Hazard did, and the same arguments will be brought up about, he doesn't get enough goals and he's not consistent. I don't understand how consistency is even an argument against Eden Hazard, because a guy like is on TV right now, his passing touches, he was literally everywhere in the final third. It's just too much for one guy to have. You look at every other big player in the world. They got the supporting cast, but they don't have to do the job of two players. Imagine if you had Ronaldo or Salah. You told these guys to create more and drop deeper to link the play. Can you imagine how much of that affects their goal scoring form if they were told to drop deep and start linking people in and play with a lot more team focus? It's literally no point. We've been having Hazard being Hazard FC for way too long. I'm praying my guy next year is going to have the right manager coming in saying, Eden, I feel, honestly, no more suffering for you anymore, Eden. This is it. It's going to be new. You're going to enjoy your football again. You know what I mean? That's what I'm praying for. But really, on top of that, I mean, I'll just have a quick few shout-outs. Emerson. I'm liking Emerson. It's a shame that we know Conte's going to bring his boy Alonso back into the team and he's going to start playing like that. You know what I mean, favoritism and that. And I mean, other shout-outs as well. I thought the defence was decent. It was pretty easy for them, but I thought they all played a part today. KO, Aspie, Rudiger was solid. Courtois had nothing really to do this entire game. Anytime he had shots, they were all pretty simplistic anyway. Giroud just didn't really get any type of quality service whatsoever, because you're telling this guy to play as a counter-attacking striker by the halfway line. Just nonsense, really. I'm just thinking, if Conte, if that's how you wanted the team to play, you should have just started Morata. You know, if you're not going to have us keeping the ball against Swansea. There was a time when Swansea had 66% possession in this game. 66 against a relegation club. Honestly, you guys, the suffering's going to be over soon. Literally, when the season ends, next season's time to get hype. I'm telling you, it's going to be new. I'm going to be completely new for next season myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, honestly, you guys, I'm going to just end this match with you right here. I'm off to watch Avengers 3. Obviously, you know, I got to run that tonight. It's been a good geeky weekend for me. Watched the Westworld, completed God of War 4, which you need to buy if you've got a PlayStation. Don't know what you're doing, not having that game. Obviously, I need to complete that trifecta by watching Avengers 3 right now. But you guys, thank you for watching the match review with me. Tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing the 5 talking points of this game. You guys, during the 5 talking points, that's when I go into more depth and detail, because I'm not here to be doing 30, 40-minute streams. You know what I mean? I'm trying to break everything up into more digestible pieces. So if you're interested in that, you can watch more detailed analysis tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. You guys know what to do. Far from the lights with this video. I'm the EFC, this is Blue Line CV. See you later.